Welcome back to another episode on Singles Capital. You're with your girl Lex with my co-host
Leo
and
your boy Duchesne.
Mystery Man. So let's go. Let's get straight into these topics. So I had like a question for y'all. Like, do y'all feel like whenever y'all like start up in a relationship and you and your girl start talking, do you feel like sometimes you're obligated to lie versus tell the truth because the truth don't seem like the truth, I guess? But it's like you feel that you have to lie about certain things because, yeah, you think your girl's going to come up with another narrative or story. So let me just say I'm with the boys when you were really with maybe your mom. Like, the story ain't going to add up in real life.
I would definitely say lying is not the way to go. Lying is not the way to go.
Yeah.
At all. However, omitting is acceptable.
That's the same thing to me. Omitting.
Now, if like I said, we kind of had this conversation already because I felt like I've said this before. If they ask, you have to tell the truth. But if they don't ask, don't tell.
No, but like, what if you were out with your boys and let's just say you guys don't live together? Because the scenario that I was given, it was like, let's just say you guys don't live together and like she calling your phone and you really don't want to tell like you out with the boys again. And so you just told her you was sleeping. Like, do you just feel like sometimes it's easier to lie than tell the truth? That's basically it. Or your words of saying,
of course, it is. It's always easier to lie. But is the question, is it easier or is the question, should you?
The question is, do you do that in your relationships, even when it's a good relationship?
Yeah. Even if it's good and I just don't want to talk to you right now, I'm not going to say, hey, I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm going to say I was sleeping. Sometimes the phone may ring and you don't want to talk to that person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you did spend a bunch of time talking to them and you just want a little time to yourself, or you're in the middle of something. Maybe you're watching a show and you don't want to be interrupted. I'll ignore a phone call. Yeah. And I'll be like, oh, I was asleep, but I was really watching House of the Dragon.
But so that's my question. So that goes back to like that same scenario. Why do you feel like you can't just tell the truth?
Because it depends on the scenario. Like
even if it hurts your feelings, like yo,
no,
I need my time.
Nobody should be hurting anybody's feelings. Like
it's really not. But let's just say she just want to like cuddle all the time. It's like at the end of the day, it's just the truth, and then she can build off that truth. Like, I need my time.
Well, it's okay. So yes, but it's also about delivery. It's about delivery. Like if I
need to watch the Dragons,
and, you know what I'm saying, I would say, eventually we can have that conversation, but in the moment, that's not the time. That's not the time, because when somebody's wanting something and you're denying them in that moment, it comes off, no matter how nicely you say it, it's gonna come off very negative. Like if she's like, oh, ooh, I want, I don't know, like, oh, I want this, microwave, and y'all at the store, and instead of saying, no, you could be like, I don't think we can afford that right now. You might be able to afford it, but you could be like, I don't think we can afford that right now.
Not gonna get it.
That's technically a lie because I'm sure y'all can afford it.
Yeah. And what if she's like, okay, then I'll buy it?
I mean, if y'all share income, then you would be like, no, I don't think that's in our budget together because we talked about finance.
Yeah.
But if she had extra money somehow, now that question raises where you get this extra money from. Now that's the real question, right? Where you get this extra $400-$500 to buy a microwave?
Yeah, but it's just like, for me, I feel like honesty is like the best policy. Like,
honesty is the best policy.
I just don't never lie. Like, I tell you, like, I'm sleep. If I wanted time to chill with my peoples, like, I'm chilling with my peoples. Even if you think it's excessive time, I'm telling you.
So let's say let's say this, right?
I feel like
you're saying honesty is the best policy, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you decide to go chill with your peoples.
Yeah.
Right? And your peoples is friends with an ex, so the ex show up.
Mm-hmm.
Now you chilling with your peoples and the ex, and you and your spouse already had a conversation. He's like, I don't want you around this dude no more because he's disrespectful.
Okay.
You gonna stop hanging? You're like, what's the move? You there? So you leaving? You're not chilling with your peoples no more?
No, I'm chilling with my peoples and be
so then when he call you and be like, oh, what were you
man,
doing?
I'm chilling with my peoples and you won't believe. My ass pulled up. It's crazy. I'm finna just tell you. Like,
and you think that's okay?
He's gonna be like, damn, didn't I tell you not to be around that person? But I'm gonna be like, how you want me to navigate when I'm not inviting them? Like you want me to
get up?
This is my mama house. I ain't leave my mama house.
That's what you should.
Yes, you should definitely.
Oh, okay.
Are you asking me?
So you guys act like y'all my man right now. Like y'all telling me like I'm supposed to leave?
I'm saying
yes.
yes.
I'm acting like
yes.
man. Yes. Yeah. Get your.
Because that's what I'm saying is if you told him, oh, he was there and you didn't leave, that's a problem.
My mama there, like it ain't nothing like your mama.
I don't know nothing. I don't read mine.
What do you mean? People pulled you to the outside and it was all whispering in your ear, whatever. Who knows? You never know.
Your mama was there before when y'all was together. So what
exactly. And maybe your mama might like him more than you like him.
You feel me?
I hear you. Valid points, but I'm still gonna tell you. I ain't got time. Cause even like my other scenario, which it kind of like happened to me, and I knew about it before it happened. I definitely was like, hey, so looks like my ex may pull up. And he was just like, oh, I'm good. I ain't jealous. I ain't worried about that. So it was like, cool.
But that's beforehand.
But he was there.
He wasn't there.
Oh.
He wasn't there. He just pulled up at the last minute. So that whole interaction of that night, you don't know what happened then.
But this is beforehand. If you tell me somebody may handle it better beforehand versus
then when it happened
or in the midst.
Oh yeah.
Because in the midst it's like, okay, what's your move? What's your move?
I want action.
So you're telling me, let's change this up a little bit. So you telling me you call your girl on the phone, and you where you at, like, oh yeah, I'm at my people's house and my ex pulled up. You're gonna tell her to leave there immediately? That's what you're gonna tell her? Like?
You should have answered the phone on your way out. That's what you should have did. You should have answered the phone on your way out.
So for you would tell her to go.
I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I think that's the point you're missing. Yeah, I think that's the point you're missing.
Okay, okay.
But your move should already be this. But if you're gonna ask me what I want you to do,
yeah,
like I would have already told you ahead of time. Like, nah, like this a problem. Yeah. So because I already told you this, you should already know what your move should be.
Okay. If you said it was a problem, I can see, like, what kind of problem? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh my God.
Like if you're just a jealous individual, I ain't really rocking with the jealousy. But if it's like he disrespected you or something, then yes, I feel you. Like you disrespect him, you disrespect me.
Nah, I'm jealous, damn it.
So the point I'm making
jealous.
is that you said you would tell the truth, but you telling the truth also has consequences.
Yeah, consequences.
So you're willing to live with those consequences.
That's the point.
Yes, I would hope that I get credit for telling the truth, but ideally, if you trust me, you trust me. You know.
How many times has telling the truth worked out for you?
Every time so far. Every time. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, see, I think men, it's different. I'm trying to see if is there any difference? Because I feel like women be telling it.
No, hell no.
No?
Hell no. So
okay. I know I do.
First off, I think for the most part, when you dealing with somebody, a lot of times you may know the amount of truth you can tell. You get what I'm saying? So in some situations you'll be like, yeah, I'm fine with telling them that. But in other situation where you're like, so I don't know how they'll take it.
I think that's what men do, and then like she can't handle that, but you don't know she can't handle it because you just never put her in a situation to handle it.
All right, prime example. We're gonna go back to your situation. I want to see because you just added this person. I want to try to add this extra flavor to see if it changes the whole meal or not.
Okay.
So you at your people's house, whatever.
Yeah.
He was there, right? But this time, while he's there in this scenario, he push up on you.
Ooh, I gotta go immediately.
No, but it already happened.
Now he pushed up on you. He pushed up on you, and then you left. Right now, your ex asks you.
Your current.
Your current asks you how was the thing last night? What details you revealing?
I'm finna. So wait. So if he asks me, I'm be like, my ex pulled up.
Mm-hmm. oh.
So I'm be like, my ex pulled up.
I'm listening.
And. Baby, you won't believe it. That nigga tried me, and I ain't never gonna be around there no more when he pull up around here, baby, because I love you. Like that be sisters. Listen, I'm finna tell you, but be like, man, because you know I love you. I ain't finna never do that again. Because like he was tripping.
So you want to wait until something happened before you separate yourself from the situation.
No,
that's
because I always, let me tell you why. I think you're thinking as in the aspect of certain people do not demand respect, and for me, I demand respect. So for me, for you to cross lines that ain't need to be crossed, that doesn't really happen too much to me. Like usually I set my ground and they don't cross my line. Like
that's, come on, you can't tell me that. Like
you try every woman that. So let's just say
right
your ex, you try them just to try them.
You play on my top right now. You can't tell me how somebody else gonna act. You can't tell me.
Correct. And so far I haven't seen anything else. But I'm just telling you. So let's just say a woman tells you, da 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 da. This like, hey, I ain't messing with you no more. This is where we at. You will still try the situation.
That's irrelevant from the point of the person did.
Yeah,
that's the part.
Once they did it, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna tell in the most nicest or.
But you waited for that opportunity to occur for you to.
I didn't want that to occur. You like
regardless of what you.
It's called an accident.
That's why we said from the jump. Once buddy pop up, you supposed to be dismissing yourself or somehow relieving yourself from this situation.
I hear you.
Whether saying, hey, bro, wait until I leave and you can come back or whatever the case may be. Or let me go over here and let you stay over there or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You supposed to avoid that situation. That's under your control. But either way, to get back to the point of go ahead.
I received that, right? Because I didn't see it in that way, honestly, because normally when I say something, it is what it is. But to avoid the situation entirely, I can see what you're saying. I can see your point of view.
Yeah, you can.
But most people, I would think he can.
You can't control nobody else.
I can't control nobody else, but I would think he can control himself.
He can control himself, but he doesn't want to.
Exactly.
Why?
What's the point?
Right.
For respect for your man? Like, what?
No respect. Out of respect for me, don't make me uncomfortable.
You're my ex. What's up with you?
If he had respect, I would have stood together.
So we're not together now. But so to go back to your point.
My point?
Yeah, to go back to your, I'm sorry, to go back to Alex's question.
Yeah.
More so, y'all already know how I feel about this situation, or whatever the case is, and the honesty of this situation is, yes, I would like the truth. Me, I'm the type of person, I like the blunt truth, I like the hurtful truth, I like the stuff that, you get what I'm saying, gets me uncomfortable in situations or whatever the case is. That's what I would like, or whatever the case is. What I am used to and what generally just move things along without because a lot of people don't like confrontation. I'm a confrontational person. Like, I don't mind confrontation. I can deal with confrontation. I can deal with a back and forth or whatever the case may be. A lot of people, generally females or whatever the case is, they don't want to deal with the confrontation. They don't want to deal with the going back and forth. They don't like to deal with answering questions and stuff like that, or being questioned or anything like that.
Some women go back and forth the most, or maybe they just don't like doing it with men.
That could be it.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that could be it. That well, not even necessarily with men, with your partner, more so.
Definitely with your partner. Yeah.
It'd be one thing if me and you going back and forth.
Because we definitely do that.
Exactly,
yeah.
Like that'd
so
be nothing.
You're
Because
right.
it ain't no feelings there or whatever the case is. So if your feelings hurt, it is what it is. My feelings hurt, it is what it is. Like we ain't sleeping together tonight. We all good. Or whatever the case is. But once you're dealing with that partner situation, now it's a little bit more contentious. Is that a yes? Anyway, that's all right. Anyways, y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's a little more conflict there when you're dealing with your partner or whatever the case is. So normally, to me, how those situations are handled is that the person, like omitting the truth, like Leo said, generally is effective in a lot of those situations. And me personally, the females, I know for a fact that's what all they like. They omit I only deal with females. I don't deal with dudes. So I'm only coming from that perspective.
I hear you.
I'm not saying guys don't do it. I'm sure guys do it as well.
All the time.
I'm sure I do it as well.
All the time. You could be going to the grocery store and won't say that you're going to the grocery store. Man, I was like, you went to the grocery store.
But the thing, but my response, my response to that is that like females are more so emotional and in their feelings about stuff when you tell them, things that they don't want to hear. If they want your attention right now, or whatever the case is, and like Leo says, you want to watch a Game of Thrones, or you want to finish your 2K game or something before I call you back, or whatever the case is. If they know that truth, that bothers them because they can find attention somewhere else.
Your game is more important than me.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you finish, and then it's gonna propose my next question.
So if you don't give them that attention right away, where more so with the dude, if you ain't want to give me attention right now, like I don't really care, like because most of the time I want something specific, and it's either you're gonna be able to do this specific thing or not do it. I don't necessarily need your time or your whatever the case is.
Some men are cuddlies.
That could be it. You know what I'm saying? But
some men are cuddlies.
More times than not, I just want your attention for something specific. Like I have a specific question. Can you do this for me, or do you want to go do this, or whatever the case may be? And then once that conversation over, other than that, it's just we just chit chatting, and then we can end this conversation whenever you're ready. Because I don't need that much attention or whatever. But yeah, and then not even just that. A lot of time when you just start talking to somebody, you admit a lot of your like your flaws.
Yes. Because
because at the end of the day, I don't care who you are, and I don't care how real you say you are, or whatever the case is. We all put on a character. You know what I'm saying? Everybody puts on a character.
You mean when you're first talking to somebody, you come up with the best representation of yourself
in life. I don't care what it is. I know I'm not being that specific. I'm saying in life.
Okay.
Nobody's as real as they say they are. That's phoniness. That's bullcrap. Everybody puts on a character.
It's like a job interview. That first couple days.
That might be a bigger character than what I'm.
Whoa, I'm about to say you trying to get money.
Super character.
I'm gonna be here every day. I listen. It could be sick, rain or shine. I'm coming. It could be 50 minutes of I'm 50 minutes in the parking lot just in case there's traffic.
Every job asks you, have you ever been fired for being late? And come on, bro.
I've never been fired for being late, but you're talking about yourself. I've never been fired for being late. Duchesne has been on so many write-ups for being late and still come up late. They changed the man's schedule and he was still showing up late.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, that made no sense.
That made no sense. He picked the schedule and still showed up late.
I did not pick it.
You did not pick it?
No, I wanted to keep my same schedule.
He was late.
But you were late to that schedule.
And then they gave him an hour. They gave you an hour back, right?
Yeah, it was gonna be.
And you was still late.
Yeah. But anyways, the point is that at the end of the day, we all put on a character, and like that character that you put on in the beginning of the relationship is a super huge character. I don't care who you are, you can't be that real. You can't, just give everybody. You can't give. It's hard to give somebody your complete self out the gate. Like how you give that someone, and then how you give that much trust to a person, hoping that they like you. So because we all got flaws at the end of the day.
I have so much more questions now. So let's get into it. So to me, I feel like I hear what you're saying on that point. I hope I don't forget all my questions. But just to get back to so I understand when you first do the meet and greet with somebody and you want to look your best. Yes, I do. But ideally, for me, I go in it like, let me pick my choice of words. I go in there as authentic as can be. And the reason why is because I want to make sure that you like me for me. You don't like me because of the makeup, the eyelashes. I don't want you to like me because you seen this one side and not the whole side. I'm letting you know that I'm goofy and all that. I'm giving you all that. Because I need you to like me for me because I don't want you to wait and then be like, yeah, nah, I don't mess with that.
But there's an ugly side of you that you're not giving out as well. Because as nice as you can be, and whatever you call authentic is just the nice side of your authenticity. You're not giving out the bad side of your authenticity when you being
like you're not saying all your bad stuff that you do, but indirectly you kind of tell on yourself of telling that. No. Like you'll be like, listen, they'll be like especially like when a person like, you seem like a good guy or like a good girl. Well, no, I have my moments. Like I have my moments. I may flip on you.
Hold up. Did you say I don't want you to like me for my eyelashes, my makeup? So you going first, second date, no makeup?
My second or third date, I take off the makeup. Or sometimes it'll be the first date, no makeup.
It's not. I'm not. When I make that face, it's because it's not much of a difference. But
yeah.
That's I've never experienced that.
You've experienced that? Nah, they gonna fake it till they make
wake up all over the pillow.
Oh no, I hate that. No. Okay, so no, I'm not. That's not me. Because even then, listen, we can go out again, not the first, second, or third date. Like once we're like comfortable, Boy, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as we hit that car, boy, them lashes come.
No. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Are we showing the like no wig, no weave, cornrows?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it depends too on like how you meet them, right? Because if you meet somebody like at work, most likely you're seeing them in a certain natural casual state. It's not like, bummy at home, but it's not like I saw you at a wedding. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think it also depends on where you meet them. Because if you meet somebody and they're done up, most likely they're going to continue that same done up look.
I'm going to come done up on that first day because you met me done up, right? So if you met me...
saying if they met you done up.
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm going to come the first day done up, but I'm not keeping it up.
If they talk to you at Publix, you're not going to come the first date wearing makeup. I got your number at Publix. You weren't wearing no makeup. You were wearing a hat.
Well, you got to tell me what a date at. If the date is somewhere nice, I'm going to dress up.
See how the answer changes?
So I think even if you met me at Publix and you're like, I'm taking you to this nice restaurant. Obviously. Boy, I'm gonna put on these heels. I'm gonna put up the work on this.
No, I agree. I'm not saying, but I'm saying that now it's more of a maybe, depending on where we're going. But if I met you with makeup, it's not gonna be a maybe. It's most likely you're gonna wear makeup.
If you told me you was gonna take me to Topgolf and I know I'm gonna sweat, you might get lashes and maybe some eyeshadow. You ain't getting a whole foundation face.
To guys, none of that matters. It's all makeup. It's all the same thing.
Okay,
we don't really be judging.
You could have just drew your eyebrows on.
Yeah, it's all the same to us. We don't know what a
but yeah, I
think
it just depends on where you meet the person, because I think depending on how you meet them or what the first impression was is how they'll continue.
But I'm not even.
What do you mean continue? Like, so she will. Let's just say you made. This is the thing for me, which first of all, I ain't messing up his sheets because I take off my makeup every night. I don't care if I just met you. I have these Neutrogena wipes in my purse, and as soon as I'm about to touch a pillow, it's something about me like I need to wipe my face off.
Well, because you're not wearing makeup to cover up imperfections. You're just wearing makeup because
you wear makeup. Okay, I got you.
I don't want to say trained to, but like society deemed you to wear makeup.
Yeah.
You're not wearing makeup for because
blemishes,
because there's people who wear makeup for blemishes, and those people who wear makeup.
Crater faces, bro. Come on.
Those people who wear makeup, they're more so it's because of insecurity.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, if like I had like you said, if let's just say I had a blemish or a scar or something, I could definitely see why.
But y'all took this a little surface level for me. I ain't even talking about the surface level because me, I'm gonna wear my nicest, whatever the case is. If that's what you like, my nicest look. If that's what's gonna get me over the hump, I'm finna do that. So if we talking about that, yeah, I'm gonna sell on that all day. But I'm also talking about your personality, more so your personality that you give off, your backstory that you give off, your history that you give off, or whatever the case is. Because you ain't finna come out the gate and said, even if you did talk to somebody last week or slept with somebody last week, that's not gonna be a part of this conversation whatsoever.
Most people gonna hold that out no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. Why are we talking about that? Like, get out
like
of
that's
I've experienced where someone was they pretended to have this nice, sweet, angel Christian girl persona.
Exactly, bro. Come on, bro. The devil. Bro, they be so, when you just start talking to him, bro, they be just so innocent. I never done any of this before, all that kind of stuff.
Next,
and then 2 hours later, oh
you forgot the hawk.
The what?
The hawk 2.
The hawk 2 hours later. The hawk 2 hours later. Oh God.
Yo, so I could. That must be a personal joke. Anyway, so
what?
I don't know. I'm lost.
It's social media. It's a social media thing.
I'm late. But all I'm saying is, so I could see that. I could see like that. But I think men can also be that way as well too, like to put on a facade, or I have this and that.
For sure,
and all that. Yeah. But to me,
gotta tell you what you want to hear. Like, what we talking about?
What you mean? You gotta tell me how you know she ain't gonna like the quirky and the real you. without the facade. Because I feel like when you put on that facade, especially like to these men, you are definitely like, oh, I make 100,000 and I do this and do that, and then you wonder why you set up the platform for her to be like,
wait,
gimme.
Hold on. I make 100,000 is not a facade.
That is not a facade.
That is a lie. That is a goddamn lie. Oh shit. Now, a facade is more so like, okay, you know, oh, you play video games? Yeah, but nah, sometimes here and there, bored, and next, you know, it's not. It's really at least maybe once every other day. You know what I'm saying? So, that's more of a facade, but it's not. That's not to say that it's more so of a facade. It's more to say that at this moment, yeah, it's not as much. But there might be a time span where something new might come out, a new Madden might come out, a new NCAA might come out, and I'm on that. I'm on that. You know,
all day, every day.
All day, every day for like a week, 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So those are other things too. It's like you can't really be like, oh yeah, I play video games all the time, but then you're not. You know, it's certain things have their season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, it's hard to give everybody what season that, you know, to tell everybody about the forecast when you sometimes we
gotta go through it.
Either.
We just gotta go through it.
Yeah.
So me, I'm more so hitting on the side of, in this moment, I'm super interested in you and I want to hear everything you have to say and I want to talk to you so much. And honestly, I'm not that type of person. Like, like, you get what I'm saying?
So,
like, for the most part,
man, I feel that's so fake.
Hold
like,
on,
just get to it.
You said you're not that type of person at all?
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying I'm just
It's
giving
on
you
for
a
the-
scenario.
Oh no! I think that's just natural. I think because it's always about the mystery.
But that's the facade for me.
I don't think that's a facade.
It is, because I'm really not that interested in.
So-
like let's say I'm not the type of person that wants to talk to you all the like we already had this conversation where I'm not the type of person that want to talk to you all the time, or not even that. I'm just not the person that wants to listen to the small talk or whatever you had going on at work every day, or whatever the case is, or whatever's going on between your mom and her sister, or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying?
I think it
Yo, that be really going down. But dog, y'all
first
so
relationship. I'm into it, like, because it's my first time hearing it, so it's interesting. But now it's my 30th time hearing it, and it's like, bro, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, but
about
that's just because you're worn out of it. I think it's like anything, like
Yeah.
with like a movie.
It's
You might
'cause you done heard the
watch
story,
a movie and you might
like,
oh, this is good.
this
like,
not a new job.
Like Fast and the Furious. First 2 movies, you're like, yeah, this is great. 8 movies in, you're like, I don't want it. Like, bro, they still making this shit? Like, come on, bro.
Exactly. You can claim.
I don't think that's a facade. I just
Yeah.
think that you were interested and then it became uninteresting.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's you pretending to be interesting. I think you were genuinely interested.
No,
at some point.
but you know
We can't keep talking about the manager that keep pissing you off and you at the same job 30 years
Right,
later.
like, you
like
can't.
God damn it, get another job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say it like that, but like,
You know what I'm
nigga,
saying? Like,
can we get something new going on? Is anybody slapping somebody at the job? Like, what other stories you got? Like, stop telling me about the one call that came in.
You work at TP, you gonna have a new story every other
every
week.
know.
other week. ATP was lit, boy.
We gonna have to bleep them things out.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I get where y'all coming from, but
Yeah.
I'm even the simple fact
Boring
that
ass.
Now,
Even
if
the
you
simple fact that you're
know,
not
if you
talkative,
know,
like-
if you wait, if you know, you just want to hit. You don't care about nothing. Like
you
from
always
the
wanna
from
hit. Like, what
from
we
the
talking
no,
about?
I'm saying like from the jump. Like
Yes.
you from the jump, you know, I don't want no relationship with you. I
No,
just
no,
want
no.
to tap
You
that
do-
ass.
No, you. What if you a person you do want to hit, you do want to tap that ass, but you do in a relationship, but you're just not a conversational person in your relationship. Like, you're not a talkative person.
I don't think people fake that though. Because I'm
They
not
do.
a
Yes.
talkative. I'm not
No,
a talkative
they
person,
don't.
But I don't
You
fake
very
being on
talkative.
No,
Stop
I don't.
it.
Where?
You
No.
talk, yeah, you run your mouth all the time. You can't shut you up.
With his friends?
Yeah. Who? Him?
Him.
I've been around Leo.
With his friends? Or when he likes a girl?
Yeah, I've been around Leo.
You see me talk a lot to a girl?
You won't shut up, bro.
To a girl?
All right. Anyways, girls. But anyways,
Women?
yeah, women.
Whatever.
Subjects?
But no.
You feel me?
But like,
Victims, whatever you
but I don't talk. I don't. But my point is, I don't
To a
like.
girl. Like, what are you talking
I don't like talking on the phone. I don't like being on the phone.
You're changing the conversation.
No, I'm not changing. No.
Oh,
Wait.
no,
The point is that
No, listen to my point.
I'm
Listen
not
to my
changing
point.
my ways.
Listen to the point I'm trying to
go
make.
ahead.
I'm saying that, you're just not you, but the person is not a conversational person. I'm not a talkative person, but obviously when you first meet a person, you don't know much about them, so you have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
You have a lot of questions to ask.
Curiosity.
Or whatever the case
Yeah.
is. But then once you get into it, and this is the facade you're putting on, that you asking all these questions, and now you're seeming like a very interesting person.
Is that a facade? I feel like that's that, honey. That's that.
But if you're
I
not
just
person,
met
how
you.
the fuck you gonna get in a relationship? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Facade.
It's not a facade. Okay, so when you first meet somebody, you got to know who you're dealing with. So I feel like, of course, you're gonna.
You got it up.
No, then that means you just came to play. You didn't really come for a relationship.
That was my example. My example was that I don't like talking on the phone. I'm a texter, right? I'll be on FaceTime too. FaceTime is different because I can see stuff and whatever. But talking on the phone, I'm not a big fan of talking on the phone. So I don't pretend to like, oh yeah, let me call you and stuff like that. No, I'm gonna text you. My first thought is always gonna be to text you. You could call me, I miss your call, I'm gonna text you back. Hey, I saw you call. Hey, everything okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm not gonna be one to pretend to be on the phone. That's a lie. It's a facade. I'm not calling you. I'm gonna text you. You know what I'm saying?
I called you though.
So yeah, I'm gonna text you.
I
back.
want you to call me in the same manner I called you. I ain't text you. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that is a whole nother conversation.
Boy, you tripping. But I hear you, but I feel like that beginning part, everybody want to know who they dealing with. So I'm going to ask you like 50 million questions, and you're going to ask me 50 million questions. And then from there, like, that's not a facade to me. That's just because I don't know you. I'm trying to get to know you. Once I get to know you and I know how you moving, if you're like an introvert, I know you're going to be in the house with video games all the time. I'm like, he that type of dude. Let me get my mind ready. Like, I know we're gonna be Netflix chilling and playing video games.
Wait. Hold on that point. That's another thing. That's a facade in itself, because you obviously have a problem with him being that type of person, but you're sucking it up and be like,
that's my point.
It's
my point.
No, it's not. It's really not to me. I feel like it's called compromise. Like, I'm willing. When I say that, if he says that's all I want to do, if that's all I want to do, then I don't know.
How much on the scale are you tipping? Because if you're like, there's some people like my brother's wife. She hates video game people.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. She the one. So she hear that, she gotta say, I'm done. I can't do it.
Right. So. But you know, my brother's not a video game person. He was when we were younger, but obviously he grew out of it. So
what do you mean obviously? What is that supposed to mean?
Because he's no longer a video game person. Because he's married to somebody who hates video games. Like, how did you miss
he didn't grow out of it? She forced him out of it. Like,
no. He actually did grow out of it. He stopped playing long before he met her. He stopped playing long before.
But you said obviously like you're supposed to. Like that's right.
I mean,
for the greater of the
for the greater of the universe.
Yeah.
Put more time into other things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, I think that if you don't like something and you put up with it, and you truly don't like it, that's a facade in itself, and y'all need to stop that shit.
Okay, so for me, I don't mind if he plays video games, right? But if he's like, I'm gonna be like, let's just say, well, let's say that if video games was a job, probably all right with it.
If that was his job, if he
it was a job and you making money,
$150K,
baby work. But he has to be able to understand time management, and I feel like it's really, really hard. That's different than working from home, because I know you play games at night because people play at night. You play in the day, so it's like, if he didn't know how to balance the relationship with the game time, I ain't even got a problem with the game, but now I'm going to hate the game. But I think that's what it really is that a woman will compromise that he likes the game, but he doesn't know how to compromise the game within his relationship. If you put the game at the forefront of your relationship, of course she's going to hate this damn game. But if you add her into it, or you like, oh baby, I'm just going to play the game for these 2 hours and then we're going to chill for the rest of the time, she's going to be like, okay, because she has something to look forward to, that she's going to have that time. But if you like, man, I'm playing the game tonight. Okay, babe, but we haven't been on a date in a while. Yeah, but I want to play the game tonight. And then like, so babe, what you doing? Yeah, I'm playing the game. And so she's going to start getting resentment towards the game. If you gave her enough time and the game, I don't see how she have a problem. Like, babe, sit your butt down right here. I'm going to rub on that booty and you stay right there. I'm going to play the game and I'm going to give you some attention a little bit. She probably won't mind. She probably watch her TV show, You know, I definitely believe in 2 TVs in the living room.
Just put a controller in her hand and whoop ass in some Mortal Kombat.
She might whoop your ass. But yeah,
right, I got a question though.
Okay, go ahead.
What are some ways to tell if someone is lying? Let's give the audience some tips and tricks that we use to decipher if the person or spouse or someone is lying to us. What are some tips and tricks that you use to see if someone is lying to you?
And they start stuttering. That's the what? I don't do the stutter.
So you saying stuttering is automatic lie? That's
automatic. The nigga that had a stuttering problem before. We seen stutter problems.
Oh God,
that's an inside joke. What's going on?
You know. And nothing to anybody who has speech impediment. Man, I'm just saying, if he don't stutter and you start stuttering like you got a speech impediment today, boy, you lying. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, wow.
I ain't even finna wait. I'm just like, you lying. Okay, so stuttering. Mm-hmm. If he like, it's no eye contact. Like normally, that nigga be looking in your face like, man, what you talking about? And all of a sudden, he be like, man, I was out with the boys and stuff, man. Like, why you like be bothered? Like, why you ain't giving me no eye contact right now? So eye contact. If he ain't a fidgeter, he start fidgeting. For the most part, they do say biting nails, but if he don't bite his nails, then okay, maybe. Okay. But that's all I got for right now.
Shane?
For me personally, I don't be trying to dig too deep for nothing because
I'm not saying you digging, but like what?
I hear you. Yeah, because I feel like people
surface level things.
I feel like people full of crap anyways for the most part.
So you think everybody is lying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
But
is it because you be lying? Like you always saying somebody lying? Like do you lie a lot?
Nah, I'm not because I can.
I be feeling I'm a grown woman. Yeah. I have no reason to lie. Like you don't. Nobody moving like moving me like that. Like I'm gonna tell you what time it is. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with the consequences.
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with it. Like I don't care. Like you're gonna what?
Yeah, but for me, like if I'm talking to a female and I ask her a question and the first thing she does is look to the roof.
Look to the roof.
I don't believe nothing else you say after
if
that.
She look up or look to the side.
What it is, bro? I don't believe nothing else you say after.
But you know that's you know that's a sign too of remembering.
What?
Looking away.
What?
Yeah, that's
no.
also a sign of remembering.
I do that.
So when you recall,
but not the way he's
people
talking
look away, like damn,
or close my eyes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's a sign. I was also trying to remember. That's I'm just saying
it
is.
Okay. I'm telling you what my keys are.
Oh no, I get you.
Because I'm thinking I'm asking you like a question that is finna get you. It's not like I'm just asking you. Hey,
like what you did on Friday night again?
Yeah, I'm not trying to ask you that. I'm trying to ask you, what you was doing? You you get what I'm saying? One of those, like, nah. If that's the case, but yeah, if I'm just asking you a general question, you look away. I don't like. Even if you did, like, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And then what else? Like Alex said, well, I think for me, eye contact is the most issue because if you look away, if you in your phone or whatever the case is.
Ooh, that was a good one. Yeah, when they start doing that whole.
Yeah. You just.
Yeah, babe. I was over here. Yeah. If you don't look at me in my eyes, I'm gonna get by this shit. Yeah, you're gonna make me like rock. Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, that one's gonna throw me off. Those are probably my.
Oh, what about it's always that one wingman?
Huh?
The same wingman every time.
The same wingman?
Yeah. Like, I was with Leo. Yeah. I was with Leo. Man. Oh yeah. I was with Leo.
Well, that might be a problem that you like a female may have, but honestly, like I do always be with.
Oh, whatever.
It's probably I was with Leo.
Yeah, like I seen Leo over there. He was in Bora Bora.
Ladies, he was with me.
Yeah.
Man, he was in Bora Bora.
You feel me?
So for me, it's a little bit different for me. I would say mine's is more based off of patterns, right? So like if you answer certain things a certain way or you move a certain way or say things, and it's different from what you normally would say. That's how I can tell like something's off. Like if I say, "Oh, what you were doing today?" "Oh yeah, I was with my girls. We went to Red Rooster and I had the salmon. That thing was so good." Da 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 da. And then the next day I was like, "Oh, what you did today?" "Oh, I was just hanging out." Like that's the problem. Like you usually give me a whole detailed story. Now is no details. It's empty.
I agree with that. Yeah.
That's like what?
Yeah.
Where's the like? Where you was hanging out at? Who you was with? Like now I got to ask these questions. That's
now I got to fish.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
So so that's a sign. That's a sign for me as well. And then I think everybody else has their own. Each person has their own individual ways of lying. Because I remember one ex of mine, she would laugh.
A tell.
That was a tell. Like,
Yeah.
what are you laughing for? Yeah. This ain't funny. I'm asking you a serious question. You over here laughing. Like, what? The hell?
Yo.
So that's a tell too, because that's nerves. Nerves kick in and people start laughing. So I think those are my
I'm goofy as hell.
those are my ways of seeing if someone is fibbing or not.
So just to say this part, and I feel like women, sorry ladies, because I've told friends about that. Like, we find out about the tell and then tell the nigga about the tell. Like, why are you telling your man that you know what you know? Like, not just the tell, but it'd be other things. But like, if let's just say, guys, you found out the woman, like you said, like the one who did the laughing. Mm-hmm. Would you tell her, like, I know you lying because you do this laughing? Or you would just keep that between you and Jesus?
It depends on where I'm at. If I'm towards the end, yeah, I'm going to tell you. I'm like, because I'm towards the end, so it's like, I don't care anymore. I need you to know that I know you lying because, bitch, you laughing. And you always laughing when you lying. So, I know you lying. Yeah. Peace out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's kind of like my, like, I dropped the mic type of moment. Okay. But my next question was going to be, what are some tells you want to tell the audience of your gender lying? So, what are some things that us men should know about women and how they lie? And what they might be lying about.
It might be that long, elaborated story if she's not a storyteller. I know Deshane said that whole, I am really with Leo. Everybody got a fall guy or a fall girl. So I feel like if it's the same fall person, when the sneaky link hours happen, it'd be like, bro, that's just the fall guy. Sometimes they be like, oh, you want me to call him? Like, man, you already done set up a whole story before you got to this crib, and I ain't got time. Like, I know girls who's calling me like, listen, I'm about to get inside the house, and he might ask me some questions, so get ready. Okay, girl.
And that's
this was in my young days. I ain't doing this as a grown up.
Those two things I do want to point out too are, one, the call. Depending if they're always proving their innocence, and then this next time they're not trying to prove it, they're like, "Bro, you just gotta trust me."
Correct.
That means
that's true.
That's a lie for me.
Because for me, I'm gonna tell on my
because if you always proven it before, why are you not trying to prove it now?
Correct.
And then vice versa. If they never trying to prove it, and then now they all of a sudden want to prove it, that means probably all of the times lies.
Or this time they lying.
Oh, this time they lying.
Like, dang.
They set up their thing. But the other part I wanted to point out was the what you say? You said
when she started crying.
Oh, the friend.
Yeah.
If you don't know, if you never heard this friend, the mystery friend, that's the worst.
Yes.
Where the fuck is Jessica? Where this mystery bitch came from? I've never heard no friend named Jessica. All of a sudden, you at Jessica's house.
We don't talk much, but we talked this week.
She might
now we back being besties. Okay. And what else? I feel like there's a man tell. Man tell is when he be like, I'm at my mama's house. Boy, be like, mama be helping the whole brother lie.
Oh God.
Anyway, what else?
What about you, do?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass it on.
I was gonna say, like shifting. If I'm sitting on one side and I'm on one cheek, you ask me a question, I shift to the other cheek. Or if I got the phone in this hand, I shift to this hand. I feel like those are telltales.
Or what about when you be like, so what you doing on your phone, and that you talking about, like, and then they switch it to the phone, like, I ain't doing nothing. Oh man, I'm finna grab that phone.
Yeah, something like that. Or whatever. Okay. Or even if you ain't asking about my phone, if you just ask me a question where now I gotta think or whatever the case is. Yeah. Yeah. If shifting around or whatever the case is, like you just squirming like that.
That's what men do. Okay, so give me some other men tells. I feel like that's a simple one.
I don't know. I feel like you call a dude late night and he don't pick up or hit you back in a certain amount of time.
That is the tell.
You done took an L that night, baby.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, my thing is, if he don't normally go to sleep early and all of a sudden 7:30 he in bed sleep, oh, I had a long day. When you go to sleep at 7:30?
I don't feel like.
I feel like
7:30 is early.
Nah, okay, I'm being extra.
I think anything after 8:45, you got to give grace because I'll be tired. 9 o'clock hit, I'll be ready to go to bed. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, but I'm talking about he don't pick up and then they don't call you like you ain't, even if you do go to sleep at 8:45, 7:30. Yeah. I'm expecting you to wake up pretty early or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
If I
and don't wake up till 1 o'clock, 1 p.m.
Like 6 a.m.
Yeah, even 4 o'clock in the morning.
If you didn't pick up at 8 and then you call me back at 1,
okay. So what's the latest? 6, 7?
Yeah, 6, 7. Nah, if
I hit you at 10 is a problem.
Yeah, like bro.
That's what I'm saying. If you hit me back up,
I called you 7 o'clock last night. You hit me back at 10 o'clock.
14 hours.
Yeah, like bro, what do you what?
Yeah, nah.
Like, what's going on?
That's why I just told you. Like, if you hit me up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I'd be like, boy, bye. It's a whole nother day.
Wait. Oh, you talking about in the afternoon?
Yeah, if you hit me
12, 1 o'clock in the morning, like.
No, if you hit me up 12 o'clock,
no, because we were saying he's going to sleep at 7:30, so he fell asleep at 7:30. Hit you up at 2 o'clock in the morning, like, oh shit, I fell asleep.
Oh, you ooh, nah. Sometimes you might just let that sneaky link out. Nah.
I would have never hit you back.
Nah,
I'm not hitting you back.
Nah, because
men think they not hitting back either.
If I was actually at a chick house and I left there at 2 o'clock in the morning, why would I call you? That's crazy.
Brothers be doing that. Or they'll be leaving that sneaky link house and calling, yeah, babe, you know I love you and everything. Driving to go see the next chick. Like, come on now, you know.
You see the next one after you just met one, going to another one, calling the third one?
No, like.
That's wild. Like, what are we
I'm not saying he laid her down and went to go try to lay down another one. I mean, he's left out, like, you and her, you didn't get none that day. And you like, babe, you know, I'm finna go meet up with, you know, I hate to say that, Deshane real quick. We about to go play a little basketball and stuff. And as you're driving down, you're like, babe, you know I love you and all this. Knowing that you already done text this other girl, like, I'm finna come and get this. You know y'all do that. So, like, what we talking about?
No, I'm not calling you, bro. You're not finna ruin my day after I just had to enjoy it myself. Like, what we talking about?
On your way to go get the one that you're trying to...
Oh, she's saying beforehand.
Yeah, she's
saying beforehand.
Yeah. Like, you call
your main to go see, before you go see your side.
So you can know that she's good, she's straight, and I should have a good 1 or 2 hours.
That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not calling you after. So
you calling her before.
I ain't say that. I'm just
that part.
That would be. But
that's the tell.
If it does happen,
if he call you all buttered up, y'all ladies, and he be like, "Baby, you know I love you," and you like,
yeah, I'm gonna be busy for about 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
You back later.
Nah, I have a problem. What's up?
But yeah, bro, I'm not. If
go take a quick nap,
you feel me? Like, but I'm
saying, what about the nap preppers? Oh, man, I'm finna take about a 2-3 nap. I'm gonna call you.
Hey, listen, if I tell you I'm taking a nap, I'm grown enough now. I'm likely taking a nap, even if I ain't. Don't bother me about this. This is my nap time. This is my peace time. I don't want you already, or whatever the case is. But the point I'm making to you is, as a dude, you can tell me better, or whatever the case is. But if, let's say, I wake up at 7. Or whatever. I'm sorry, I go to sleep at 7 or whatever the case. I wake up at 2 o'clock and I text you back. I think that's fine, because in my head, if I was doing something, I'm not calling you at 2 o'clock so you can question me.
Yeah, no.
Why am I doing that?
Text. That's why
I'm not texting you. I'm not calling you. Oh. I feel good. Why would I let you take me out my
No, because if you call me at 2 o'clock in the morning, you have a full conversation with me.
7 in the morning,
I might would have did what it did.
Huh?
Ooh, whatever you gonna question me about or chastise me about, I might as well just deal with it then. Why am I dealing with it after I just if I just left my session 2 o'clock and I got home at 2:15, 2:30 or whatever the case is? Why am I finna let you ruin my session I just had? So now we on the phone, you questioning me, arguing with me, where I been at? Let me FaceTime, like, bro.
Because you don't want her to feel no type of way, because you still like her. She's your main.
I don't want her to feel no time. You see what I just did? Like, what we talking?
I agree with you, but I'm gonna tell you that you guys be doing that. Like, I agree with you, right? By all means necessary. I definitely agree with you. What you just did was violation, and we shouldn't be talking.
Not caring about
like, don't even call me back if that's what you did. But ultimately, y'all brothers be doing that. Like, y'all would still call the other one the main one, even though you guys did something to mess up the relationship.
I'm just saying, I'm not calling you back at 2:00 in the morning or whatever.
So he calling you back regardless. It's not at 2:00 in the morning.
That's all I'm saying.
He'll call you at 7 a.m. after he done took his.
Like
sleep.
let's say I finish early. It's 11. I'm gonna hit you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's still, prime time or whatever the case
I'm
is.
so done.
House of the Dragon just finished.
You feel me? 2:00 in the morning. Nah, I'm gonna take that one on the chin. It is what it is.
Horrible. All right, let me use my next.
No, all of this is horrible.
all of
this is horrible.
Horrible.
Don't judge me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, not you, but it is horrible. Okay, how do you guys feel about if, let's just say, you started talking to a woman, and at this point in your life, you're looking for something serious, right? Mm-hmm. But that woman that you just met, she ideally says that she's looking for something serious, but she's not agreeing with what you see in your 5-year goal or your future life, right? Do you feel like it comes a time in a man's life where he can't entertain the women who don't meet his criteria anymore? Like, basically, she bad, she pretty, but she doesn't want the things that you want, whether that's kids, whatever you are setting up in your 3 to 5 year goals or your future. She's not one of those. She's just, I'm here for a good time. Do you think it comes a point in your grown man life where it's like, I don't entertain those type of women anymore?
For me, it wouldn't be so more so I wouldn't entertain, because entertainment is entertainment. It's just I just know where you stand, and I know how I need to move with you. But entertainment is entertainment. Like,
okay,
if I'm here to be entertained, I'm gonna be entertained. If I know,
I just told you you're trying to do your plan.
Right, I'm trying to do my plan, but I know if you're not following my plan, then you can watch me drive by, but as I drive by, I might stop, fill up my gas tank, and then keep driving.
These analogies, bro. Okay.
You like my analogies?
It's the fill up. It's the fill up.
Everybody need a little gas.
Go ahead, Deshane. What about you?
Me, yes. I feel like as you get older, when you was younger, you feel a little bit immortal, like nothing can ever happen to you. You feel untouchable and stuff like that. But as you get a little older, mortality starts to hit you. You see a lot of people around you go. They don't have as much time as you thought you had, and stuff like that. So I do think, that mindset can set in. Not saying I'm at that point necessarily right now, but that mindset definitely can set in where, you know what, I do have to let you go because I have a vision for what I want to do with because a lot of times, me speaking as a dude, I feel like, dudes do think about their legacy and what they want to leave behind and how they want to structure themselves and how they want to structure their family, because we're always protective, and we want to make sure our family is protected if we do go, financially, mentally, and just have a good core nucleus around them to make sure they're straight. So I can't just keep playing games with you, just over and over or whatever the case. Yeah. It does. That a time does come where it's like, you know what, I do have to think. I have to think in the with intention. I have to structure things. I have to make sure things are going to go a certain way. I can't just stop in for a good time. Nah, I got to make sure. Not saying I don't want to have a good time. You always want a nice little fill up there. But anyways.
So okay. Since I was thinking you was gonna do good, but since you had to go fill up with the fill up.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not. I'm saying I get his point.
So this gets me to my next question, and both of you guys showed me that you are the guys that needs my next question, because if you wasn't, you wouldn't agree with the fill up, right? So this goes into my real question, but I had to give you a preliminary first. So for me, if that is how you're moving, how do you feel like, why do you think, I don't want to say blessed like it's a religious, or that for religious people it is religious, but I don't want to say if you're not religious it's not the same way. If you are still entertaining those people, why do you think that your intentions and where you're trying to go will be met? It's like sometimes you have to sacrifice, just like that job, like, okay, I got to do this to meet the requirements. So why do you feel that you can get to that where you're trying to get to and get the best person when you're not moving in that direction?
So to respond to your statement or question, is that as long as something isn't a distraction, it's fine. So there's a difference, right? Let's say you need to apply to you're looking for a job and you're applying to jobs, right? Right? And then
yes.
let's say you just, I want to take a break and I want to play video games or watch a TV show. If that TV show or video game that whatever break you're doing, if that becomes, instead of being one episode, you're watching a whole season, or instead of playing one game, you're on now your 7th, 8th game. That's not a fill up or entertainment anymore. That's a distraction, because it's hindering you from doing what you need to do. So there's a difference between distractions and entertainment. You can take a break and you could enjoy something. You could take a breather. Like you don't just go to the gym and just work out every day. You take off days. You got to recover and rest and then get back to it.
But on those rest days, you're still consistent and you're not cheating on your diet. If your goal
you might be.
Listen, that's if you come up with cheat days, right? But if, let's just say, you going for that grind, and that's what we're saying, moving with intentions, then you don't have cheat days. This is like what I'm doing to get to where I need to get to.
At the end of the day, nobody's perfect. And
no one's
also,
saying they are.
No, nobody's perfect. And also, you can't, like, you don't go cold turkey on certain things.
Go ahead.
You don't go cold turkey on certain things. You don't just go from, if you had a bad diet, you don't just go from eating, McDonald's, Burger King, etc., and then go to eating kale, like, and nothing else. Like, no, you go from, okay, let me stop eating the McDonald's. Let me go ahead and add this to my diet, and you slowly switch it out. But you make progress. It's always about progress. So if it stops you completely, that's a problem. But if it's a speed bump, if it's a quick pause and then keep going, that's fine. That's life.
I feel like the diet analogy ain't gonna work for this one. But go ahead.
So I understand the point that Leo's making, but in me, I'm more so going with what Alex is saying, because I feel like you're not mentally at that space as of yet. If you are still going along with something that serves that doesn't serve your purpose. Correct. Because you may inch yourself towards something or whatever the case is. Like, let's say you don't just stop you don't stop eating McDonald's today and eat kale or whatever the case is, but you inch your way towards the point where you do stop eating McDonald's.
That's what I just said.
I'm trying to make the point of, when you do stop eating McDonald's, then that's it. You get what I'm saying? So in regards to what Alex is saying, if you are still dabbling or whatever the case is, my point is that you're just not mentally at that space where
Correct.
you have actually made that decision in your life to say, you know what, I ain't doing this no more. Because as a man, once you make a decision on something, bruh, you don't budge, you don't move, bruh. You don't budge, you don't move.
So that's what I'm trying to say with that guy who's...
Hold on, sorry. So we're back to the actual topic at hand, which is a person, right? You're not gonna just be like, oh yeah, I'm not talking to you no more because you don't see my vision.
Yes,
and that's it. No, you're gonna say, you know what? Can I talk? Jesus Christ. So you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, you know what? I don't think we should be hanging out this often anymore. We ain't got to keep going on dates. You're going to slowly stop going on dates. You're going to slowly stop talking to them on the phone for hours. It's going to be something over time. It's not going to be the same day. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm not talking to you no more. And that's it.
Same day.
Bro, we get your point.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is, once in your head, you have made the choice. Like, you've already tried this. You've already said, hey, let's try to do this. Hey, let's do less of this. Hey, let's do more of that, whatever the case is. Once you make that decision in your head and saying, you know what? F all this one I'm doing, that's what you're doing, bro.
Like once you make up that,
you just ain't there yet. My whole point is
that's the whole. But you're removing the whole first part of the entire process.
I said I get your point.
No, but that's still part of the process. Is the part that you start weaning down.
I didn't say it wasn't.
So
I think that this is.
I'm saying you're going through the process because you're not there yet. That's why you're going through that whole process.
And I think
everyone.
No. But we're not talking. So I think you're taking a part of it, and you're kind of not understanding. So I'm saying, once you made up your mind,
that's what she said.
Your mind. That means your intentions is your intentions. You're talking about I'm weeding off. I'm not talking about you've made. Hey, in 3 to 5 years, I know I want to get married. I want to get this house. I want to do this and I want to do that, and that's it. And what you're saying, and I'm going to be honest with you, I know brothers they will ask you, hey, I've had a whole brother stop talking to me. So do you want to get married? Yes. When do you want to get married? In the next 2 years. So when do you want to have kids? After I get married. Okay. So if you get married before, in the first year, are you going to wait after? Like, is it still going to be 2 years? Going to be too soon to have the kids? Well, it seemed like you're not sure of it. Let me know, because that's what I'm looking for. As long I want to get married and I want to have kids. And the brother did not entertain me. We didn't go on a date. I didn't meet the preliminary. I didn't meet the beginning requirements that this man had. Like, some people move with intentions. If you don't match them intentions, I'm not entertaining you, because they've got to that point where they know what they want, and that's it.
How long ago was this?
Oh my gosh, that my dog.
That was maybe 2 weeks. Let me not mess up.
2-3 years ago. You can round it. He married now?
I wouldn't know that.
Well,
I would think he is.
I doubt it.
Nah.
I doubt it. Because that's not how life works. You don't be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then somebody's gonna just jump on the train and just roll with you. No, you have to. You meet somebody and y'all decide and y'all work through it.
How do you say people get married at first sight? You get people that go on the first date and then after that they live with each other. There's people that meet people within 6 months and get married, or 1 year and get married. So you can't say that their mindset is there.
And divorce rates are at an all-time high.
But let's not say, okay, first of all, if you want to go by divorce rate, look at the percentage and what that percentage is calculating. It's the calculation that they're calculating. It's also immigrants that get married for just paperwork. It goes into not just. Let me not break that all the way down. We're gonna do that offline.
So just to address the point, Leo.
Yeah.
I'm still sticking with it, bro. I feel like if you again as you get older, or whatever the case is, mortality hits you. And I feel like as a dude, you're going to leave some type of legacy behind, or whatever the case is. Especially as you see your kids get older, your family get older, your parents get older, and stuff like that. And you kind of see how life, how you thought life when you was a kid, or whatever the case is. I thought everybody was going to be CEOs and mega stars, or whatever the case is, as a kid. And now I realize that's not how life works. Most people are going to be, they're gonna pretty much have a. I don't want to say insignificant. That'd be terrible. That's not what I meant. But like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to structure it, but like normal life, I guess. You get what I'm saying? A normal life. It's not too much highs, not too many lows, or whatever the case is. You're gonna be here, you're gonna be gone, or whatever the case is. And at some point, you may want to start thinking a little bit further on, and you may want to start structuring yourself a legacy. And if this goes against what the legacy you're trying to leave for yourself, then you might start cutting things out and not operating that way. Yeah. And then once you make that decision in your head, that decision is that it's final. Not saying it doesn't take time to get to that decision, because I've had to, as I'm getting older now, I've had to stop doing stuff I was doing since I was 18 years old, or whatever the case is, and I didn't just stop doing it, or whatever the case is. It took me a time to kind of wean myself off of it, but once I said I'm finna stop doing it, that was it. I get where Leo's coming from, where things just don't. Things may be a process, or whatever the case is, and I agree with him. Things may be a process, because. If you're trying to change your habits, you can't just change your habits next day. You can't, like he said, you can't just go from eating junk food to eating kale, or whatever the case is. That's a habit, or whatever the case is, or eating habit pretty much. So you can't just change your habits next day. But once your mind is set to say, you know what, I am cutting off junk food, or whatever the case is, then you're gonna cut out junk food. But it's a process to do it. It's usually a process.
So Michael, once you've made up in your mind
Mm-hmm.
that this is what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
you finished out that process, do you feel that you can only be, like, you only move with the intentions of that person that matches your intentions? Or do you think men just always dibble and dabble for the most part? On average, because we know there's an exception to every rule, but you guys know a lot more men than I do. So once you guys make the intentions of this is what I want marriage, I want this and this and that, and you're done playing and you're done doing this, do you think that you can be consistent with your diet and only entertaining women who match your diet? Since we're using analogies,
I don't know. Every scenario is different because you might see a little, you know, certain desserts are better than others, whatever the case is. But for the most part, I feel like it's easier to stay on track when you are intentional and purposeful, because you kind of attract that towards yourself in most instances, instead of attracting the BS or whatever the case is. And then you kind of, it's easier for you to see the BS as well. You get what I'm saying? If you're dealing with a female that is in and out of relationships or whatever the case is, you're likely not going to deal with her. You're probably going to end up dealing with somebody that just got out of a long-term relationship, or that's probably the lane you travel down versus somebody who's just a serial dater or whatever the case is. You're not going to be on dating sites trying to find females like, nah, that ain't it, or whatever the case. You might find yourself in some kind of, you know, religious structure, trying to that somebody that has some kind of certain structure that you're looking for as well. So you become more intentional, you become more purposeful, so it's easy to find that guiding light to the goal you're trying to reach. But yeah, once you do reach that mindset, you kind of, you know, I think it comes a little easier versus, you know, you just out, you know, when you was, at least for me, when you're in your 20s, you just trying to, you know, get your thing off or whatever the case may be, or whatever the case is. So you're not really even thinking about that. You're not structuring your mind that way. But as you get older now, you're like, hold on, I can't just keep giving my stuff away to whomever. You get what I'm saying? I can't just keep making these little soul ties here and there and bringing all this negative energy towards myself, or whatever the case is. So once you get on that mindset or that path, then, you know, it becomes a little bit clearer, I feel like. Even though you may get anybody can catch a stray. Anybody can catch a stray.
Yeah. Not saying that part. But so you guys do know guys that follow this path once they make up their mind? Or is he like, it's not really heard of to men? Leo, Deshane.
Nah, I've definitely had friends as we got older that became intentional and purposeful and saying that, you know, I want to find a wife or whatever the case is. And they, you know, stop, I ain't gonna say hanging out with us, but more so just stop. They're not just in the mix as they were. They're not in the mix no more, or whatever the case is, and it kind of gave them more time, and all the distraction that come with being in the mix, it kind of cleared that up for them. So it was easier for them to find that path and get with the person that they wanted to be with.
Facts, I agree, because that's actually a real life thing that happened. So
yeah. Because I feel like a lot of women will want, when I say that, there's exceptions to every rule before I get beat up. But I feel like a lot of women that I see, once they've made up their mind, it's like, they'll like, now I'm doing celibacy, now I'm doing this, and now I'm doing that, until I find the right person. And I don't be like, younger, way younger. I think for men, it's like older that may happen. And so I feel like that pattern is starting not to match, because I'll hear women in their 30s already making these commitments, and I don't hear brothers in their 30s making them type of commitments. It's like when they 40, 50, they'll make those type of commitments. So the age pattern of when the commitments start doesn't match up when I see it.
I think it matters too on how much city miles they got on them.
How much what?
City miles they got on them. How many mileages on a car?
I thought the man said
these are not, yo, that's what I said, like they're not.
That's
a lot of
same
miles.
thing. I get you.
Yeah. I think it comes down to that, because you know, if they've been places, you know, been around the world, you know, then they might decide, you know, I've done it all. Like, I've done it all. Like me, I went to strip club a lot when I was younger, and I grew out of it. And I was like, I don't care for no strip club.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's the same thing with them. Those women, they they had all of them. So they're now ready to settle with one.
I don't know about all of them, but okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's why. I wouldn't. I wouldn't put in that.
You were doing good, and then that last one.
I'm just saying.
No, I wouldn't put in that mindset.
If you taste test all the desserts, you know which dessert you might
Some
want.
people just get bruised up a lot and just be like, I don't want to do this no more. Some people may fall down 2-3 times.
Yeah, that's also too. You might go eating a lot, and then you realize you finally got food poisoning. You like, I need to slow my
They
ass
didn't eat
down.
a lot. They didn't taste a lot. They just.
I don't know what y'all talking about
Yeah.
right now. It was food stuff.
Like
but
that person, that woman may not have slept around a lot. It might have just been, let's just say she had 3 bad situations. Like, you know what? I'm going to have to,
I think women
to fast on men.
women who don't sleep around a lot at a young age. And when I say young age, I mean like 20s, 30s. I think they end up doing it in their 50s and 60s. I think. That's my opinion. It's not like fact based or anything like that. It's just, I just think that people who don't sleep around a lot in the early stages will eventually sleep around a lot in the later stages.
But when you say sleep around, can they just be like ultimate like freaks in that age, and they're freaks with their husbands, or you mean like
no, sleep around with different men.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or even men sleeping around with different women. If they didn't do it at a young age, I probably will eventually do it at an older age.
So this is where the difference comes in between men and women, because in a woman's youth, that's when she's at her her most
peak?
her most valuable, her highest peak, that everybody wants her, everybody's attracted to her, and things of that nature. Whether they take advantage of it or not, that's when they're at their highest peak. So they get a lot more attention and stuff like that. And that's where men and women are very different. And also a man typically gains his value over time, because they learn different things, they utilize those things differently, and hopefully acquire whether it's materialistic things or just a certain mindset or whatever the case is. They usually acquire that with age,
Certain maturity
with age. So that's when we become more valuable, is later on. So that's kind of why it doesn't necessarily match up. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, women, like it or not, when a woman says, I'm ready to get married, that's the only thing I'm going to do, that's the only thing I want to pursue, most times that really don't mean nothing. You get what I'm saying? Because they don't control that type of thing, unless a female is going to go out and ask a man to marry them, or whatever the case is. And that might work or whatever. Not saying it won't. That might work, but typically that's not how it goes. Typically, the man has to want to get married to the female, and we kind of control that aspect of it. So it's not until we get the mindset of, okay, I'm ready to lock in, I'm ready to do this thing, or whatever the case is, do those wheels start turning.
Are you for or against women proposals?
Am I for or against
women proposals?
I'm not against women's proposals. I'm not. I don't.
Are you for it?
I'm not necessarily for it. I'm not saying I don't champion it. I don't think that's the route you want to go. But if that has to happen, that has to happen. Like I'm not against it. You get what I'm saying? You kind of know where you are. You should know where you are. You should know where you are in a relationship. You shouldn't be asked the dude to marry you that's out here that he just cheating on you 3-4 times or whatever the case is. But let's say you with a dude and y'all been together, 10, 12 years or something crazy, and you like, bro, we locked in. I don't feel like you doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing, or whatever the case is. Like what we doing? You get what I'm saying? I would get that situation.
I think when you say it like that, right?
But now you like 2 years in and you want to do that.
What if he's in a wheelchair?
What do you mean?
He can't get down on one knee.
You're being ridiculous. You're being ridiculous.
I forgot my whole train of thought. Yo.
Are you for or against women proposals?
I think whatever you gotta do, and you're okay with it, sorry. For me,
You're full of shit.
For me, I'm not proposing to him. I'm not gonna do it. But
So you would have do for 10 years, y'all locked in, you ain't gonna expect him of no cheating. You know, you very comfortable with him. You ain't worried about that. It's not even a concern to you. Y'all done bought property together. Y'all bought houses together. Y'all got investments together, or whatever the case is. He just didn't grow up in a household where he saw marriage. He didn't see his parents get married. His parents were never together, and that's not a thing for him, or whatever the case is. You wouldn't be like, you know what? Even though you don't see.
And again, we're not saying you get down on one knee. I'm not saying that. No, you're saying that?
Whatever it takes, baby.
Oh, okay. He's saying that. Get down on one knee with Papa Ring.
Cool. Let me be honest with you. I don't think that situation could ever happen to me because I would have had conversations from the very beginning. I think in the situation that you're presenting to me, it's more likely I made up in my mind, like, you know who you're dealing with. And that's the part where once you get to feel, I feel like I don't want to say it's emotional intelligence, but once you get some type of level of understanding of your partner, if he checks off all those boxes and you're willing to go along for this ride, and you know marriage is not something that may happen, but he's 10 toes down with you, that's the guy you got.
So you're just not gonna get married?
I don't understand.
I
don't know what dance you just did.
Yeah, you right. Are you gonna ask me married or not?
I'm not getting in your situation.
Yes.
I'm just being honest with you.
He just never saw marriage. He never saw marriage as a thing around him. It's not a common thing for him.
This is 10 years. He knows that I want to get married.
None of his aunts are married. Nobody around him is married.
I hear you, but he knows if we.
He don't know what marriage is. Why you keep?
I told him how important it is.
All right. This magic show you putting on?
Yeah, you just remove the question.
It's not a magic show.
The man of your dreams.
Yeah.
He hits every box, checks every box, and the only thing he says is that I'm not proposing to no woman. She needs to propose to me. That's his only stipulation.
That's weird.
But he hits every other box.
That's weird. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's the only way that can happen.
That's worse than mine. I feel like
no, it's not.
That's the only way that can happen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have put in my mind with the scenario that you gave me. I'm coming back to yours. With the way you gave me that scenario, I probably would have been content. I would put in my mind, I'm content of just writing this out. Marriage is most likely not gonna happen for me. I'm not getting down on my one knee. Now, the way he proposed the question,
if he peer pressured you, that's what you're saying.
Not peer pressure.
That's
he's saying
peer pressure.
No, he's saying from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Listen, I'm not getting down on my knee. If a girl ever wants to get married to me, she has to propose to me. That's not peer pressure. That's just letting
peer pressure.
How's that peer pressure?
Because you're
explain how it's peer pressure.
Because you're telling me to do something.
No, he's not. He's telling you the only way this will happen is if you do it. You don't have to do it.
So he's telling you to do something.
That's not peer pressure.
What do you
peer
think
pressure is
this?
Smoke this goddamn weed. Not if you want to smoke this weed, you got to light it yourself. That's not peer pressure.
That is. It's both of them peer pressure.
No, it's not.
It's
a choice.
It's both forms of manipulation.
Like, what are we talking about?
Manipulation and peer pressure are two different things.
No, they're not. They're really not.
Peer pressure is something pressuring you, somebody pressuring you to do something, but your peer pressuring you to do
something I wouldn't normally do. If she wouldn't get married, she wouldn't propose to no guy, and he's telling you
then she don't want to get married.
No, she wouldn't propose to no guy. She said she wouldn't.
No,
get
that's
married.
what I'm saying. In that instance, if she doesn't propose, she doesn't want to get married.
You're asking me about peer pressure.
Wow.
You asked me about peer pressure. She doesn't want to propose to nobody. He's telling you got to propose to me. That's
anyway.
So in that case,
you would do it.
Peer pressure. That's what's going to break you down.
Don't let him try to sugarcoat it the way he wants to sugarcoat it.
I'm gonna
put a negative condensation on it.
No, it's not that. I'm just really processing.
You would do it.
I'm not going to get down on my knees. I'm not getting on my knees.
But you would ask, and I'll pop up with a ring with his money.
With his money, yes.
Yeah, I know it. I know.
I will put in a cupcake and be like, "We doing this or not?"
That don't make no sense to me. Like that.
If he said,
makes no sense.
The world don't make sense. That's why I'm trying to explain to you the whole time.
What do you mean? What do you mean that don't make no sense?
But I'm telling you, a guy, he does.
That means he's willing to do it.
This guy,
I have to ask the question. He's saying so. This is what I got from it. He's willing to do it, but I have to propose the question. You're not willing to do it because you don't know of it. So I'm not going to force you into it. Because
I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's peer pressure.
But I didn't say that. She's creating a scenario. I didn't say
that. I don't know. That's what I heard.
No,
it's all peer pressure. Okay. Yeah, it's all peer pressure.
It really is.
Yeah, all proposals
are peer pressure. Like, all of them are requirements. And but all I'm trying to say is because If he says he doesn't know of it, he doesn't see the form of it, I've told him how important this is to me, and he still doesn't do it. Damn it, man!
But how you telling me
it's as important as
it's
as important as business goals that he put. It's business goals and proposals that he's given to me, houses that I said I wanted, and things that I wanted. He's provided to me. So I told you this ring was important. How did you miss the one big thing that I really, really want? Shit, you don't want it, and I'm not gonna force you to give it to me.
Yeah, because I've only
would leave.
I've only seen the negative parts of this. I've never seen the good
I
parts
gave
of
you
this.
10 years that you never even seen with a person.
So,
yeah, but these 10 years have been good the way they are.
So you're saying
It only gets better.
You are saying that if she meets the man of her dreams and he says the only way we get married is if you propose to me, you're telling her that she shouldn't do it?
I'm not telling her that.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying she should do both.
She should do what? Both?
Yeah, in both situations, you should. I don't see what the problem proposing in either situation.
I think in the first situation, it just seems so much time has gone by.
Yeah,
it's just like it's not even
it's not
important
in
anymore.
It's not. We put 10 years. We got houses, babies, and all that, and you still can't give me that requirement that I'm asking you for.
So she's just saying she can care less. She's saying in your situation, she's not saying that she doesn't want to marry him. She's just saying she cares less to ask. So
then marriage is not important to you.
But,
is what I'm trying
to me?
No, to her. Yeah.
To me, it's
not
important.
Because if it's important,
I'm not giving you 10 years.
Wait. So I'm gonna speak for you,
Okay.
but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Thank you.
So what she's saying in that particular scenario is that she has the marriage without the title married. Without the wedding and the ring, she still has the marriage because it's 10 years. They have everything together. He doesn't cheat. They have a family. That's what she wants. So I think for her, and I'm going to speak for you again. You can correct me if I'm wrong. The concept of marriage is those things.
And and the last time I say it, marriage is important to me, right? But if you're telling me he checks, and I am not blind, slow, or stupid. If you just said he checks off every box but this one, I'm gonna shut up and do what I gotta do.
What I'm saying to you is, I didn't say he doesn't want to get married. I didn't give the perception he doesn't want to. Hold on. I didn't give the perception that he doesn't want to get married. I'm just saying she could have asked him to get married
10
as
years?
well.
You don't think I asked him in 10 years?
The only reason she's asking the other guy is because
I'm asking you on the first date. Do you want to get married?
Because he pressured her.
No. And then after the second year, I'm asking, babe, what we doing? The third year, baby, what we doing? If you know me, you know me, baby. We ain't getting married this. I ain't getting married this year. I'll probably ask that Negro the whole every year, every 6 months into this. So 20 times.
What is?
So why you don't just keep asking the other guy?
What is?
I'm first of all, after year 3 to 5, I ain't asking them.
The word fascination. I don't want to say fascination, but what is? What in your mind is so fascinating about being married, getting married? Like what is why is that a goal for you?
Before first of all, I ain't got no kids. So for me, it's the foundation that I'm going to put it on. Mm-hmm. It's the God that we're going to come before. I'm going to, which I'm already doing. I'm going to put God in the forefront of my relationship first. And then us. Not him, but us. So when we get married and we propose, we're putting God into our relationship first. And as long as he doesn't put me second or him second, and I don't put him second, and we put us second, I don't see how we losing. But it's more of the foundation and the religious part behind it. If he doesn't believe, that's a whole nother thing, though. That's the only thing I have not.
You couldn't marry no atheist?
I can't say that.
There's no such thing.
As an atheist?
Nah, there's no such thing. But we ain't gonna get in that discussion. But, go ahead.
But it's more of the foundation and the religious part behind it. It's not for the notoriety. I don't give a damn about that part. And I don't care about that part.
Gotcha.
Well, all right. So for me, I'm sorry to start already. But all right. So for me, like, without taking take out the legal aspect of marriage or whatever the case is, you can have my stuff if you leave me or we tie it together, whatever the case is. I totally agree with where Alex is coming from. It's like you're setting a foundation for where you want this this 2-unit thing to go, like where you want it to go. Like if you can put it in writing, you know, again, take out the legal aspect of it. You just structure yourself saying, you know, you're going to set a foundation saying that we're going to work together, we're going to be honest with each other. If we do have issues, this is how we're going to work out our problems. We're going to have kids together. This is how we're going to raise them. This is what we want to see for our kids. This is the legacy we want to build for ourselves. This is the legacy we want to leave behind for ourselves and stuff like that. It's like you're structuring yourself to make sure you guys are on the same page of where you want to go on, versus just being in a relationship and you're just, you know, however things come, that's how they go. And you know, however things flow, that's how they flow.
That's how they fall.
Yeah, exactly. So
there's no fall, because if we fall, it's something. There's something to back us up. It's not like a regular fall. Yeah. Like right now, if you're in a relationship and I need bounce, that's why everybody like, oh, I'm gonna go. Exactly. I think that's what's wrong with us. We have that mindset. Even when we have relationship mindsets in marriage. You have to understand there's a different mindset of relationship and dating versus being committed to somebody while being married. I can't be like, fuck that nigga, I ain't finna no. I don't have an option. If I'm upset and I want to walk out on that nigga, I can't. This is me and you. When I go to sleep at night, I'm gonna I can't fucking stand him, right, but I'm going to be in this bed with him. This is my man. This is my husband. This is what we're going to do. Hey, baby, how we going to fix this? Like, I know we were mad. How we going to fix this? Like, it's a whole different type of dynamic and structure where I'm going to keep fighting and fighting and fighting for this. Versus if I'm in a relationship, fight for what? What we fighting? What we doing? So I think if you have that mindset and that person who thinks the same way you think and believes, whether it's a belief or understands that structure, we unstoppable. Ain't nothing breaking us.
So would you agree or disagree that you should have that mindset in the relationship in order to set a foundation for the marriage?
I definitely,
because you kind of just said what we arguing for. Like you was like, in a relationship, it's like, I don't care. Like I'm gonna go my separate way, you're gonna go your separate way. But shouldn't you have that same devotion in the relationship in order to obtain the marriage eventually?
I would say yes, but that comes at a certain point of that relationship. It doesn't come off rip. You don't know that person. Y'all don't have nothing set for that. But once that person shows you that that's what they're trying to get to, then yes, you're structuring yourself in that way. That's why I do believe that I know it's not the popular agreement. I believe that you should act as a wife before you get married. How he know that you gonna show up as a wife if you can't portray yourself as a wife in a relationship? I'm not portraying myself as a wife day 1 and 2. I'm just trying to understand, are you? Are you this? But as it changes and you show me that you that man and you can lead, I'm gonna show you I'm that queen that I need to be, and we gonna go down this road. I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna be there for you. I'm going to put myself in a role to get ready for that foundation I'm about to set.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
But it's really not off the paperwork because, again, it's not for the paper. Like, honestly, I think if we take out so much legal into this, it might be a little bit better. But ideally, I don't think it's the legal to it. I think it's just really the mindset into it. Like, we not thinking, like, if we do this, like the way we were thinking before, the importance of it, like, people wouldn't be so gun-ho, like, let me rush to get married or let me rush to see this. It's like, no, let me make sure that this person meets me and agrees with my intentions. And if they do match my intentions to where I'm trying to go to, and they believe the way that they need to believe in this, in what a real marriage should look like, we wouldn't have so much of a high divorce rate. Like, people just doing this to be cute, and it's not for cuteness. This nigga don't work tomorrow, or he busts his leg down tomorrow and he can never work, I got him. Like, if I have to wipe his ass because this is how this shit happen, I'm with you.
I'd appreciate somebody to wipe my ass.
because shit happened.
Shit happens.
Yo, and that's a great way to sign off. Y'all rhyming tonight. All right, so I do want to say thanks you so much for joining us. This was a great episode. It's always a great episode. But this is a great episode. Tell your friends, share it, like it, subscribe it, do everything you got to do to it. We out here. Thank you for joining. This is the girl Lex signing off. This is your boy
Leo.
And I'm with the boy
Your boy Duchesne.
Mystery Man. Good night, y'all. Stay blessed.
Good one. Stay blessed.